Welcome back to our online English class. Today we are going to look at lessons C and D of Unit 8. So let's go ahead and open our student's book to page 100. Page 100. And in this lesson we are going to learn about participles as adjectives. Okay, and we're going to focus on adjectives ending in ed and ing. So sometimes this can be tricky because when we see words that end in ed or ing, we often think that they are verbs because verbs that have an ed ending are usually past tense verbs, and then verbs with an ing ending are continuous verbs or continuous tense. But words that end in ed and ing can also be adjectives. So let's go ahead and take a look at this lesson, the grammar lesson.
Participles as adjectives. Unit 8, Lesson C. Adjectives ending in ed and ing. Watch and listen. Participles are forms of verbs. They can end in ed or ing. Sometimes we use them as adjectives. Often the ing form describes a thing or person, and the ed form describes the way someone feels. Ed adjectives describe a person's feelings.
I'm tired of this job.
Ing adjectives describe a thing.
This is a tiring job. This job is tiring.
Ed adjectives describe a person's feelings.
He's interested in this task.
Ing adjectives describe a thing.
This is an interesting task. This task is interesting.
Ed adjectives describe a person's feelings.
They're disappointed about their grades.
Ing adjectives describe a thing.
These are disappointing grades. These grades are disappointing.
Ed adjectives describe a person's feelings.
She was excited about her vacation.
Ing adjectives describe a thing.
It was an exciting vacation. Her vacation was exciting.
Check your understanding. Look at the picture. Complete the 3 sentences using tired or tiring. Now listen to the sentences.
This is a tiring job. I'm tired of this job. This job is tiring.
This task is interesting. This is an interesting task.
He's interested in this task.
They're disappointed about their grades.
These grades are disappointing. These are disappointing grades. Her vacation was exciting. It was an exciting vacation.
She was excited about her vacation.
Let's review. Ed adjectives. Ing adjectives.
I'm tired of this job. This is a tiring job. This job is tiring.
He's interested in this task. This is an interesting task. This task is interesting.
They're disappointed about their grades. These are disappointing grades. These grades are disappointing.
Okay, so let's go back to our book and look at exercise 2. Now, before we do this exercise, I want to mention that you are probably familiar with this already because when we talk about our weekend, I often hear students saying, my weekend was tired. And you probably heard me mention before that when we talk about a thing or a situation, we use ing, not ed. So we have to say, my weekend was tiring. Okay? And when we are talking about a person, and as you saw in the lesson, they said a person's feelings, then we use ed. So we can say, I was tired over the weekend. Or my weekend was tiring. Okay, so you already saw many examples of this, and one way to see one hint is when you see words like this or these. You know, when we talk about this or these, we usually refer to a thing. So we can add ing. So this is a tiring job. A job is a thing. This is an interesting task. A task is a thing. These are disappointing grades. Grades are a thing. Now, if you say, my weekend was boring, or if you say the party was boring, you know, these are all things or situations or events. So those are things. So we add ing. So if you forget, think about thing. The word thing ends with ing. So thing, then you also use ing endings. So hopefully that's easy to remember. Let me see if I can maybe make a note here. So yeah, if it is a thing, then you have to add ing. Okay, and if it is a person or person's feelings, then you can add ed ending. So it's a little bit confusing, but here, how about this? I'll just do this. Okay. Oh, that's not really that much clearer. Okay, that's okay. I think you know what I'm talking about. So add ing when you use a thing, and then add when you're talking about a thing or a situation. Add ed when you're talking about a person or their feelings. Okay, so let's look at the, let me try to move this. Hold on. It's covering everything. Okay, it's okay. You get the point. So I'm just going to close this. Okay, so circle the correct adjective. So let's look at the first conversation. I heard that Juan and his friends went to a party after work. How was the party? Okay, so this question format should be very familiar to you because we ask every Monday, how was your weekend? How was the party? How was your vacation? So this is a very common kind of question. So as you can see, the answer is, it was really exciting. Okay, not excited, but we have to use exciting because we're talking about a party. Okay, so go ahead and complete numbers 2 through 10, and you can pause the video and continue when you're finished. Okay, so let me go ahead and play the answers. And you can follow and along and check your answers. Oh, no, that's not right. Just a second. There we go. Okay.
Page 100, Exercise 2A.
1.
I heard that Juan and his friends went to a party after work. How was the party?
It was really exciting. 2.
What did Juan and his friends like the most about the party?
There was a lot of interesting music from different countries.
So it's talking about music, so we have to use ing.
3.
How did Juan feel the next day at work?
He was exhausted.
Okay, and again, it's talking about Juan, he, so exhausted.
4.
How long did he have to work?
He had to work from 9:30 to 6:30. It was a tiring day.
Okay, so it is referring to day, so we need to use tiring.
5.
Does Juan usually start working at 9:30?
No, he overslept. He was shocked that he didn't hear the alarm clock.
Okay, so he was shocked.
6.
How did his boss react when he showed up late?
His boss was irritated.
Okay, so his boss's feelings. Irritated.
7.
What did his boss say to him?
He told Juan that he was disappointed in him.
Okay, and again, the boss's feelings, so disappointed.
8.
How did Juan feel after his boss told him that?
He felt embarrassed.
Okay, this is a big hint. Juan feel, so embarrassed.
9.
Juan didn't have a good day, I guess. What did he do later that night?
He stayed home and had a relaxing night in front of the TV.
Okay, so it's talking about night, so relaxing.
10.
So, is Juan going to go out again on a weeknight?
I don't think so. He said it was an exhausting experience.
Okay, so experience is a thing, so we have to use exhausting. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Let's go ahead and look at the next page. Okay, so exercise B, talk with a partner. For each picture, describe the person and the activity. Choose participial adjectives from the boxes. Let me make this into one page. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's look at the first picture here, and we can see the example. It says, the man is excited. Okay, so in this case, the adjective is talking about the man and his feelings, so we use excited, ed. Okay, and we can also say, getting an award is exciting. So in this case, it's talking about the experience of getting an award. You can see that this is actually a gerund, and this is a noun phrase, getting an award. So nouns are things or people or places. So this is a thing. Getting an award is exciting, ing. Okay, so we use the word exciting and excited. So the rest of these words will fit into one of these categories, one of these pictures. Some will be positive and some will be negative. Okay, so let's go ahead and take some time to make sentences with each set of words. So as you can see, there are 8 pictures and there are 8 sets of words. So we already used exciting and excited. You don't need to use this one again. So pause the video and, oops, just a second, and continue when you are finished. Okay, so for number 2, we can say the man or the student is frustrated. Okay, he is frustrated. Oh, sorry, frustrated, ed. Okay, and then if we make a sentence using a noun phrase or a thing, we can say maybe studying for a test is frustrating. Or you can just say studying is frustrating. Okay, and then let's look at number 3. We can say the lecture is boring. Or you can also say the class is boring or the teacher is boring. Now, you might say, oh, the teacher is a person. Why do we use ing? But in this case, we're not talking about the teacher's feelings. We're talking about the teacher, or we're talking about the teacher being a boring person, and the students feel bored. So you can use ing with people, but you're not talking about the way that person feels. You're talking about the way that person is or acts or feels to you. So again, you can say the teacher is boring, or the class is boring, or the lecture is boring. And then you can say the students are bored. The students are bored. Okay? And then for number 4, we can say the speaker is interesting. The speaker is interesting. Or we can also say the class is interesting. And of course, you can use all kinds of words like the seminar, like I mentioned, the class, the lecture. Okay, and then we can say the people or the students are interested. Okay, the people are interested. Okay, and then number 5, we can say the movie is amusing. The movie is amusing. Okay, and then we can say the man and woman are amused. Okay, or we can just say the audience is amused. Okay, and then number 6, we can say the woman is frightened. She is frightened. Okay, and it looks like a fake bug on a napkin or a piece of paper, but I'm sure this would still scare some people. So anyway, we could say the bug is frightening. The bug is frightening. Okay, and then number 7, we can say the woman is annoyed. The woman is annoyed. And we can see another woman talking on the phone. So we can say the other woman on the phone is annoying. So again, in this case, we are talking about a person, but she feels annoyed at this woman who is annoying. Okay, so the woman on the phone is annoying. Okay, and then number 8. The last one is relaxed and relaxing. So we can say the couple is relaxed, or the beach is relaxing, or you could even say taking a vacation on the beach is relaxing, or lying down on the sand is relaxing. So you can use activities, or you can use the place, like the beach is relaxing. Yeah, that's it. Okay, so for actually we are going to skip this activity, and we're going to move on to our next one. So you can go ahead and go to part 2 of this lesson, this video lesson, part 2.